Hello. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. You don't need to go anywhere right now. You don't need to do anything at all. You can simply be here. Just as you are. Right now, in this moment, that is more than enough. You are safe. You are comfortable. And you are exactly where you need to be. Take a slow breath in. And breathe out. There's no rush. There's nowhere else to be tonight. The day is behind you now. Whatever it held, it's done. It's over. And now, gently, softly, it fades away. You notice your body beginning to settle. You notice the weight of yourself sinking slowly into the bed beneath you. The pillow behind your head. The warmth around you. You feel supported. You feel held. Everything around you is still. Slowly, gently, let your shoulders drop. Slowly, gently, let your jaw soften. There's nothing to hold on to right now. You can let it all go. Tonight, I'd like to take you somewhere quiet. Somewhere peaceful. A place where the air is cool, and soft, and clean. A place where the night is calm, and the sky is wide, and everything moves slowly. We're going to walk along a beach tonight. A quiet beach. A still one. There are no crowds here. There is no noise. There is only the soft, dark sand beneath your feet, and the sound of the ocean, breathing in and out, just ahead of you. But we haven't started walking yet. For now, we're simply getting ready. We're settling in. We're letting the day fade further and further back, until it feels very distant, and very small. If you'd like to close your eyes, you can do that now. You don't have to. But if it feels comfortable, if it feels natural, you can let your eyes close. Softly. Gently. There's nothing you need to see right now. Just listen. Just breathe. Somewhere ahead of you, just beyond where you are now, you can already begin to hear it. The ocean. Soft. Steady. Slow. Once again, you hear the waves. Rolling in, quietly, and then pulling back. Rolling in, and pulling back. Over and over. The same rhythm. The same sound. Gentle and constant and kind. You feel something loosen inside you when you hear it. That's all right. That's exactly right. There's something about the ocean at night that feels safe. Something ancient about it. Something that has been here long before you, and will go on long after. And right now, in this quiet moment, you are part of it. You belong here. You are welcome here. No one is going to ask anything of you tonight. There is no list to finish. No message to reply to. No problem to solve. All of that can wait. All of that will wait. Tonight, the only thing in front of you is rest. Soft, easy, quiet rest. You feel your breathing slow a little more. You notice your body growing heavier. Slowly, gently, everything softens. The beach is waiting for you. It's patient. It's not going anywhere. And when we begin to walk, it will be very slowly. There's no destination. No distance to cover. We will simply move through the night air, and listen to the water, and let the world be still around us. But not yet. For now, just rest here. For now, just breathe. Once again, you hear the waves. Rolling in, slowly. Pulling back, gently. The same sound. Over and over. Smooth and low and soft. You feel it settling through you. Like something warm and calm spreading from your chest outward. Into your arms. Into your hands. Down through your legs. Into your feet. Slowly, gently, you are already beginning to let go. There is nothing to fear tonight. There is nothing to worry about. You are safe. You are warm. You are resting. And in just a little while, we'll begin our walk along the shore. Quietly. Together. With the sound of the ocean all around us, and the cool night air, and the wide dark sky above. But for now, just close your eyes, if they aren't closed already. Just breathe. Just listen. Once again, you hear the waves. They're there. They've been there all along. Soft and steady and patient. And so are you. Take your time. There's no rush at all. Good. You're still here. And that's all you need to be right now. Just here. Just resting. Just listening to the sound of my voice, and the distant sound of the waves, somewhere out there in the night. You're doing so well. You don't need to try hard at any of this. There's nothing to get right. Nothing to perfect. Just let these words wash over you, the same way the waves wash over the shore. Slowly. Without effort. Again, and again, and again. Let's begin with your breath. Just your breath. Nothing else. You don't need to change it dramatically. You don't need to force anything. Simply, notice it. Notice the air coming in. Notice the air going out. Your body already knows how to do this. It has been doing it your whole life, even while you slept. Even while you dreamed. So there's nothing to learn here. Just something to follow. When you're ready, take a slow breath in. In through your nose, if that feels comfortable. Breathe in, slowly, gently, letting your chest and your belly rise, just a little. And now, hold it there. Just for a moment. Just a beat. Easy and still. And now, breathe out. Long and slow. All the way out. Let it go completely. Good. Once again, you hear the waves. Rolling in from somewhere out there. Soft and steady and low. That sound is always there. Beneath everything else. Beneath the silence. Constant and calm and kind. Let your breath move the same way. Breathe in, like a wave gathering itself, slowly rising toward the shore. Hold, like that still moment just before the wave breaks. And breathe out, like the water pulling back across the sand. Smooth, and slow, and effortless. In. Hold. Out. You don't need to count. You don't need to time it. Just follow whatever feels natural and slow. The rhythm is already inside you. Breathe in, slowly. Hold. And out. You feel something beginning to loosen. You notice your body becoming a little heavier. A little softer. Sinking just a little more into the warmth beneath you. That's exactly right. That's exactly what's meant to happen. Now, very gently, I'd like to bring your attention to the top of your head. Just notice it. You don't need to do anything. You notice the skin of your forehead. Maybe there's a little tension there. A slight tightness you didn't even know was there. That's all right. That's very normal. With your next breath out, let it soften. Just a little. Just what feels easy. Slowly, gently, the muscles in your forehead begin to smooth. The space between your eyebrows releases. The skin around your eyes relaxes. No effort. No forcing. Just letting go. Once again, you hear the waves. And with each wave that pulls back from the shore, that tension goes with it. Out and away. Soft and gone. Now your eyes. You notice how they feel behind your closed lids. Maybe a little tired. Maybe very tired. That tiredness is welcome here. That tiredness is exactly right. Let your eyes be heavy. Let them rest completely. There's nothing to look at. There's nothing to see. Just darkness, and warmth, and the distant sound of water. Slowly, gently, let your eyes sink deeper into their rest. And now your jaw. This is a place where so many of us hold so much, without even knowing it. The jaw. The teeth, perhaps pressed together. The muscles along the sides of the face, quietly clenched all day long. With your next breath out, let your jaw drop, just slightly. Let your lips part, just a little, if that feels natural. Let your tongue rest softly at the bottom of your mouth. You feel that release move through your whole face. Slowly, gently, everything softens. You breathe in. You breathe out. And once again, you hear the waves. Now bring your attention down to your neck. The back of your neck. The sides of your neck. Sometimes we carry a great deal here. The weight of the day. The tension of trying. Let it be here. You don't need to fix it. Just notice it, and breathe. With each slow breath out, imagine that tension draining downward. Down through your neck, and away. Like water running off into the sand. Slowly, gently. And now your shoulders. Let them drop. If they crept up again while you weren't looking, that's all right. That's completely all right. Without any judgment, just let them fall. Let gravity take them. Let them sink back into the bed, back into the pillow, back into the warmth. You feel the weight of your shoulders letting go. You feel the space across the top of your chest opening, just a little. You breathe in, slowly. You breathe out, gently. You do not need to do this perfectly. There is no perfect here. There is only slow, and gentle, and quiet. Once again, you hear the waves. They don't rush. They don't try. They simply arrive, and recede, and arrive again. The same patient rhythm. The same soft sound. Let your body do the same. Arriving into rest. Receding from the day. Again, and again, and again. Now your arms. Your upper arms first. The muscles there, loosening now. Becoming heavy. Becoming still. You notice the weight of your arms. How supported they are. How they don't need to do anything right now. Not carry anything. Not hold anything. Just rest. And now your forearms. Softening. Releasing. Sinking. And your hands. Your hands have worked hard today. They've held and lifted and typed and turned. Let them open now, just slightly. Let the fingers curl naturally, the way they do in sleep. Let them be completely still. You feel the warmth in your hands. You feel the stillness spreading from your fingers up through your wrists, and back through your arms. Slowly, gently, your arms are heavy and warm and at rest. Breathe in. Hold, gently. Breathe out. Now your chest. With each breath, your chest rises just a little and falls just a little. And each time it falls, let it fall a little further. Let it soften inward. There's no need to hold yourself upright. There's no need to brace. You are lying down. You are held. You can let your chest be completely open and soft. You feel your heart beating there. Slow and steady. It has been beating your whole life, without being asked. Quiet and faithful and sure. You feel that steadiness now. Like the waves. Like the tide. Always returning. Always calm. And now your stomach. This is another place where we hold a great deal. Worry lives here, sometimes. Stress. The busy rushing feeling of too much to do. If any of that is there right now, just notice it. Without judgment. Without trying to push it away. And then, with your next long breath out, let the muscles of your stomach soften. Let your belly be warm and loose and still. You don't need to hold tension there tonight. Not for one more moment. You can put it down. You can let it go. Once again, you hear the waves. Softening everything they touch. Now your lower back, and your hips. The places where the body connects with the bed beneath you. You feel that contact now. The weight of you, resting there. Supported. Held. Let your lower back soften into that support. Let your hips relax and widen, just gently. Let the whole lower half of your body begin to grow heavy and still. Slowly, gently. And now your legs. Your thighs first. Long muscles, growing loose now. Growing warm. They've carried you through the whole of today, and now they can rest completely. And your knees. Just noticing them. The gentle weight of them. Letting any tightness there release. And your calves. Softening. Sinking. You feel the warmth spreading down through them. And your feet. Your feet. All the way at the end of you. Let them fall open, just slightly, whichever way feels natural. Let the muscles in your feet unclench. Let the toes spread gently. Let them be soft and warm and still. You notice a sense of heaviness now, all through your body. From the top of your head, all the way to the soles of your feet. Heavy, and warm, and deeply at rest. Slowly, gently, breathe in. Hold. And breathe out. You feel the whole length of you, resting now. You notice how quiet everything has become. How distant the day feels. How close the sound of the waves is, even now, even here. Once again, you hear the waves. Rolling in. Pulling back. Smooth and low and constant. You are doing beautifully. You don't need to stay awake for this. You don't need to follow every word. If sleep begins to come for you, let it come. There's nothing to hold on to. There's nothing to stay present for. Just the waves. Just the breath. Just the warmth and the quiet and the rest. Soon, if you'd like, I'll take you on a gentle walk along a quiet stretch of shore. The sand, and the night air, and the soft sound of the water all around you. It will be very slow. Very calm. Nothing will happen there except peace. But there's no hurry to get there. For now, just breathe. For now, just rest. Slowly, gently, let everything go. Once again, you hear the waves. In and out. In and out. You are safe. You are still. And you are almost there. Just breathe. Just rest. There's nothing else to do. Good. You're still here. And everything is still. Your body is resting now. Warm, and heavy, and quiet. And your breathing is slow. Easy. Moving like the tide. In, and out. In, and out. Just as it should be. Now, very gently, I'd like you to come with me somewhere. You don't need to move. You don't need to try. Simply let the pictures form, slowly, softly, behind your closed eyes. Like something rising up through still water. Easy, and unhurried, and calm. You are standing at the top of a path. A gentle path. A quiet one. It leads down toward the sea. The day has just ended. The sun has slipped below the horizon not long ago, and the sky still holds a little of its light. A soft kind of light. Pale and blue and fading slowly. Not dark yet. Not quite. Just the gentlest in-between. The hush between day and night. You notice the air. It is cool. Not cold. Just cool. Fresh and clean and soft against your face. It touches your cheeks. Your forehead. The backs of your hands. You feel it moving, just slightly, like a breath. The faintest breeze coming in from the water. You breathe it in. Slowly, gently. And there it is. That scent. Salt and sea and something faint beneath it. Seaweed, perhaps. The deep smell of the ocean. Ancient and real and quietly alive. It is not sharp. It is just there. A softness in the air. Something that tells you, without words, that you are close to the water now. The path in front of you is simple. Narrow and worn and familiar. As if many feet have walked it before, quietly, over many years. The ground is firm beneath you. Smooth and level and easy. You don't need to watch your step. You don't need to be careful. Everything here is gentle. You notice the ground beneath your feet. If you are wearing shoes, you can feel the solidity of the earth through them. Steady and still and sure. And if you are barefoot, you can feel the last warmth of the day still holding in the path. The ground smooth against your soles. Grounding you. Keeping you here. Slowly, gently, you begin to walk. One step. And another. There's no pace to keep. No distance to cover. Simply moving, softly, down the path toward the sound of the water. Once again, you hear the waves. They are still a little way ahead. Not loud yet. Just a murmur. A low and constant sound that lives beneath the quiet. Like the breath of something very large and very calm. You feel it before you fully hear it. A rhythm in the air. Steady and slow and soothing. You walk toward it. One step. And another. On one side of the path, there is low grass. Soft and dark in the fading light. It moves a little in the breeze. Just barely. Just the gentlest trembling. You notice it as you pass. Something small and alive and peaceful. On the other side, a low wooden fence runs alongside you. Old and weathered and smooth. You let your hand trail along the top of it as you walk, if you'd like to. The wood is cool beneath your fingers. Slightly rough in places. Real and solid and calm. You feel the quiet all around you. This is a place that knows how to be still. A little further down the path, you notice a light. Just one light. Warm and yellow. Coming from the window of a small house set back from the path, half hidden by low shrubs and a dark tree. The curtains are drawn. The light is soft behind them. Someone inside, settled in for the evening. A lamp on somewhere. A warm room. A quiet life, lived gently. You feel something ease in you when you see it. There's something very comforting about a lit window at night. Something that says, all is well. Someone is home. The world is ordinary and safe and small. You walk past it slowly. The light fades behind you. And ahead, the path opens just a little wider. Slowly, gently, you continue. Your breathing is still slow. Easy. Unhurried. The cool air fills your lungs and leaves again. In and out. As steady as the waves, you can now hear a little more clearly ahead. Once again, you hear the waves. A little closer now. A little clearer. That low rolling sound, building just slightly, then falling back. The same rhythm it has always had. Patient and constant and kind. You feel yourself drawn toward it. Not with urgency. Just with ease. Like something leading you gently forward without any effort at all. A little further along, you notice a small building on your left. A cafe, perhaps. Small and painted white, or pale blue. It's hard to say in this light. Its chairs are stacked on the outside tables. A sign hangs in the window, turned to face the other way. Closed for the evening. Done for the day. A chalkboard menu propped beside the door, its words soft and unreadable in the dimness. You notice a pot of something on the step outside. A plant, maybe. Or a small lantern, not yet lit. Everything about it is settled. Finished. Resting. You feel that restedness. You take it with you as you walk past. The building grows smaller behind you. And the sound of the water grows. The path is changing now, beneath your feet. You notice it beginning to feel different. Softer. A little less firm. The ground becoming looser, lighter. Small stones here and there. And then, very gradually, the first traces of sand. Fine and pale and cool. Working its way in through the edges of the path, spreading across the ground, until the path itself is mostly sand, and you are nearly there. You notice the smell of the sea growing stronger. Not overwhelming. Just fuller. Richer. That deep salt air, close now. Real now. You breathe it in again. Slowly, gently. And you feel something in your chest open, just a little more. Once again, you hear the waves. Close now. Very close. That sound filling the air around you. Soft and low and constant. The rhythm of the water. In and out. In and out. The most patient sound in the world. You stop for just a moment. Simply standing there. At the edge of the path, where it meets the open sand. Listening. Breathing. Feeling the cool air on your face and the loose ground beneath your feet. You look ahead. The beach opens out in front of you. Wide and quiet and dark. The sand pale in the last of the light. Stretching away in both directions. Empty. Still. Completely yours. The water is there. Just ahead. You can see the white edge of it, where the waves break gently on the shore. Soft lines of light, appearing and disappearing. Appearing and disappearing. You feel very calm. You feel very safe. Slowly, gently, you step off the path and onto the sand. You notice it shift and settle beneath your feet. Cool and fine and soft. The kind of sand that gives way just slightly with each step. That makes you feel, somehow, as if the ground itself is welcoming you. Holding you. Letting you in. You take one step. And another. Moving across the open beach, slowly, toward the sound of the water. The sky above you is deep and wide. Pale at the edges where the last of the day still lingers. Darker overhead. A blue so deep it is almost violet. And here and there, just beginning, the first faint points of light. Stars. Quiet and still and ancient. You notice them. You feel them watching over you, the way they always have. Without asking anything of you. Simply there. Simply light. You walk a little further across the sand. The sound of the waves is all around you now. That soft and constant rolling. Growing just a little louder with each step. The air cooler. Fresher. Full of the sea. You feel the sand change beneath your feet as you get closer to the water. Firmer now. Damp and packed and smooth. The tide has been here. It has left this behind for you. You slow down. Almost without meaning to. There's no need to hurry. There's nowhere to arrive. You are already here. Already in the right place. Already exactly where you were meant to be tonight. Once again, you hear the waves. Right there. Just ahead of you. The water pulling back across the sand with a long, slow sound. And then gathering. And rolling in again. Soft and full and low. You stand at the edge of the shore. The sand is smooth beneath you. The water moves just ahead. Not reaching you yet. Just there. Breathing in and out. As it always does. As it always will. You feel the cool air on your face. In your hair. Against your hands. You feel the ground beneath your feet. You feel the stillness of this place settling into you, the way the tide settles into the sand. Quietly. Slowly. All the way in. Slowly, gently, you let your eyes close, just a little more. Or perhaps they are already closed. Perhaps you are already here, in this place, fully. Standing at the edge of the water, with the night sky above you and the soft sand beneath you and the sound of the waves all around you. You are safe here. You are calm here. You are welcome here. And in just a little while, we will begin to walk. Slowly. Together. Along this quiet shore. With the water moving beside us and the stars above us and the night holding everything gently still. But for now, just stand here. Just breathe. Just listen. Once again, you hear the waves. In and out. In and out. You are here. And everything is peaceful. Just stay here. Just listen. There's no rush at all. Slow walk. Good. You're here. You're standing at the edge of the shore, with the sand beneath your feet and the night air all around you and the sound of the waves filling the quiet. And now, very slowly, you begin to walk. One foot forward. And then the other. There's no direction that matters more than another. You simply choose one, and begin. The beach stretches out ahead of you, long and open and still. The sand pale in the dim light. The water moving softly to your side. You walk slowly. Very slowly. There is no pace to keep. No distance to reach. No reason to move any faster than this. This gentle, drifting pace. This almost stillness that is also movement. You notice the sand beneath your feet. Here, close to where you began, it is soft. Loose and cool and fine. Each step sinks just a little. Just enough to feel the ground giving way, welcoming the weight of you. You feel it press up between your toes, if you are barefoot. Or shift and settle beneath your shoes if you are not. Either way, it is there. That soft and certain ground. Slowly, gently, you take another step. And another. The sand moves with you. Once again, you hear the waves. Right there beside you. A little to your side, and just ahead. That low and constant rolling. The water gathering itself, somewhere out in the dark, and moving toward the shore. Building slowly. Arriving softly. And then spreading across the sand with a sound like a long breath let out. And then pulling back. That long, slow, dragging sound. The water receding. The wave undone. Gone back to where it came from. And then another. Beginning again. You feel your own breathing slow to match it, without meaning to. Breathing in as the wave comes. Breathing out as it fades. In and out. In and out. The same rhythm. Moving through you and through the water, all at once. You walk a little further. The sand here is beginning to feel different. You notice it growing firmer beneath you. More compact. Cooler. The tide has been here recently. It has smoothed this part of the beach flat and clean. Your footprints are clearer here. Pressed more deeply into the damp sand. Each one precise and still. You stop for a moment. And you turn, very slowly, and look back the way you came. There they are. Your footprints. A quiet line of them, trailing back behind you. Each one slightly different. Slightly uneven. The marks of a slow and easy walk. They look peaceful, somehow. The way your path always looks, when you look back at it. You turn forward again. And you continue. Slowly, gently, you walk. The air is cool against your face. Your cheeks. The tip of your nose. It moves very slightly. Just enough to feel. That faint salt breeze coming in from the sea. Carrying with it the smell of deep water and open air and something clean and old and very calm. You breathe it in. You feel it fill your chest. And you breathe out. Something catches your eye. Just ahead, there on the sand, a small dark shape. You walk toward it, without any hurry. You crouch down, or lean forward, and you look. A shell. Small and smooth and pale. Curved like a tiny ear. You pick it up, if you'd like to. It rests lightly in your palm. Cool and light and real. The edge of it smooth against your fingers. You turn it over once, slowly. Looking at the faint lines on its surface. The gentle spiral of it. You feel something very still and very small in your hand. Something that was once someone else's home. Carried here by the water. Left on the sand for you to find. You hold it for a moment. And then, gently, you set it back down. Exactly where it was. And you walk on. Once again, you hear the waves. A little further out now, maybe. Or perhaps the same. It's hard to tell. The sound is always there. Beneath everything else. Like a low hum in the air. Like something breathing very slowly in the dark. You walk beside it. Step by step. The beach is quiet all around you. No other footprints in the sand ahead. No voices. No distant radios or laughter or dogs. Just the sound of the water. And the soft compression of sand beneath your feet. And the cool air moving slowly past. You feel the solitude of this place. Not as loneliness. Not at all. As something more like peace. The particular peace of a place that is simply undisturbed. Where the world is settled into itself, and nothing is asking to be noticed or attended to. You are part of that peace now. Moving through it. Slowly, gently. You pause again. You stand still, just for a moment, and simply listen. The waves come in. You hear the full sound of it. The low building rush. The arrival. The long sigh of the water spreading thin across the sand, closer to you now. Just a few feet away. The white edge of the wave moving toward you and then stopping. Just short of your feet. And pulling back. And the sound of it going. And then silence. Just a beat. Just a moment of almost quiet. And then another wave, gathering and beginning. You feel that rhythm move through you. Once again, you hear the waves. And everything else falls a little further away. You begin to walk again. Your pace is easy. Natural. The pace of someone with nowhere to be. Someone who has set down every clock, every list, every obligation, and simply allowed themselves to move through a quiet night, beside a quiet sea. You feel that freedom in your body. In the looseness of your shoulders. In the easy swing of your arms. In the unhurried placement of each foot on the sand. Slowly, gently. Ahead, you notice something half buried in the sand. A piece of driftwood. Long and curved and pale. Worn smooth by the water and the weather until it looks almost like bone, or ivory. Beautiful in its own simple way. You run a hand along it as you pass. The wood is cool and very smooth. Lighter than it looks. It has come a long way, maybe. Carried here by the water. By the tide. And now it rests here on the sand, still and settled and done. You notice how peaceful it looks. Just resting. Just being here. No longer going anywhere. Content to be still. You walk past it slowly. And you carry the image of it with you for a while. The sky above you is wider now than it seemed before. You tip your head back, just slightly, and look up. Stars. More of them now. The darkness has deepened enough to let them through. Quiet points of light, scattered across the dark. Some bright and steady. Some faint, almost invisible, until you catch them at the edge of your vision. You feel the size of the sky. And somehow, it doesn't make you feel small. It makes you feel held. Like something enormous and patient is simply watching. Quietly. Without any intention except to be there, the same way it has always been there. You breathe in. And out. And you look back down at the sand in front of you. And you walk on. Once again, you hear the waves. Rolling in, slow and full. Arriving at the shore with that familiar sound. That low, rushing, breathing sound. And then receding. Long and slow and smooth. Your feet press into the sand. One step. And another. You find a stone. Small and gray and round. Almost perfectly round. You pick it up without stopping. It sits in your palm, heavier than the shell was. Solid and smooth and cool. You can feel the weight of it. The realness of it. A small, ordinary, beautiful thing. You run your thumb across it. Again. And again. Smooth in every direction. Water-worn and patient. You slip it into your pocket, if you have one. Or you hold it in your hand as you walk. Either way, it's there. A small weight. A small comfort. Something solid in the softness of this night. Slowly, gently, you walk. The shoreline curves just ahead. Very slightly. You follow it without thinking. The beach bending gently away, the water beside you bending with it. Everything curving slowly, the way all coastlines do. Nothing sharp. Nothing sudden. Just the gentle arc of the earth. You follow the curve. You feel it lead you forward. You stop again. You stand very still. You close your eyes, or let them rest, and you simply listen. Once again, you hear the waves. One arrives. You hear it fully. The approach. The arrival. The long slow breath of it across the sand. And then it goes. And another comes. And goes. And another. You stand there and you count them, if you want to. Or you simply let them pass through you, one after another, like something being counted by the night itself. 3 waves. 4. 5. Each one the same. Each one slightly different. Each one arriving and departing and making way for the next. You feel very still. You feel very quiet inside. You open your eyes again, slowly. You begin to walk. The sand shifts beneath you. Soft in places. Firm in others. You move between them without thinking. Your body finding the right placement for each step. Easy and automatic and calm. You notice the water to your side. Just there. Moving. Constant. The white edge of each wave catching the faint light as it arrives and spreads and retreats. A thin line of brightness. Appearing and disappearing. Appearing and disappearing. You find it easy to watch. You find it easy to keep walking, slowly, with that motion always at your side. Once again, you hear the waves. They are the whole world right now, almost. The whole sound of it. Everything else is so far away it might as well not exist. The hours of the day. The noise and weight of ordinary life. All of it very small and very distant, somewhere far beyond the dark. Here there is only this. The sand. The air. The water. And you, walking slowly beside it. You pause once more. And you turn and look back again at your footprints. They stretch away behind you, further now. A longer line. Each one still clear in the damp sand. Quiet evidence of where you have been. Of the steps you have taken. Of the slow and peaceful passage of you through this evening. You look at them for a moment. And then you turn back to face ahead. And the beach continues. Open and calm and still. Slowly, gently, you walk on. One step. And another. The cool air on your face. The sand beneath your feet. The waves arriving and departing beside you. The stars above, steady and patient and vast. You feel your body growing heavier as you walk. Not a tired heaviness. A restful one. The pleasant weight of a body that is deeply, quietly relaxed. Your arms loose. Your shoulders down. Your breathing slow. You feel it spreading through you with every step. With every wave. With every breath of cool sea air. Slowly, gently. Once again, you hear the waves. Right there. Beside you. Always beside you. That low and faithful sound. That patient rolling. In and out. In and out. You walk. You breathe. You are here. And everything is very, very still. You notice something small and bright in the sand ahead. Just a flash of something. Catching what little light remains. You walk toward it slowly and look down. Another shell. This one different. Smaller. Almost flat. With a faint iridescence to it, like the inside of something that once held the sea close. You don't pick this one up. You simply look at it. And then you step past it. And you walk on. There will be more. There are always more, along a beach like this. Small offerings from the water. Left behind with each retreating tide. You are in no hurry to find them. They will appear when they appear. Slowly, gently, the walk continues. Your pace is steady. Your breathing is steady. The waves are steady. Everything here moves at the same slow and easy rate. Everything here is in agreement. Everything here is calm. You feel that calm inside yourself now. Settled deep in your chest. Low and warm and still. Like something that was always there, waiting to be found. And tonight, in this quiet, in this darkness, in this soft salt air, you have found it. You breathe in. And out. Once again, you hear the waves. And you keep walking. Slowly. Gently. Step by step by step. There is no hurry. There is no destination. Just this. Just now. Just the waves, and the sand, and the quiet. You are still walking. Slowly. Gently. One foot, and then the other, pressing into the cool sand. The beach stretching out ahead of you, long and open and quiet. The water moving softly at your side. You are still here. And everything is still the same. The same soft air. The same steady sound of the waves. The same wide sky above you, and the same pale sand below. Nothing has changed. Nothing has shifted. The world here is patient and constant and kind. You feel that constancy now. Like something you can lean against. Like something solid behind the softness of all this. The sea has been doing this for longer than anyone can imagine. Rolling in and pulling back. Rolling in and pulling back. It will be doing it long after this night has ended. Long after every night has ended. And right now, it is doing it just for you. Once again, you hear the waves. There. Just there. The low sound of them arriving at the shore. Not loud. Never loud. Just present. Just steady. Like a voice that never stops speaking, very quietly, in a language made entirely of rhythm. You walk beside it. One step. And another. You notice the sky has grown a little darker. Just a little. The last of the pale light at the horizon has faded now, or very nearly. What remains is deep. A deep and quiet blue, almost purple, almost black. Wide and soft and full of depth. And the stars. More of them now. Many more. They have been appearing slowly, one by one, while you were walking. While you were looking down at the sand and the water. And now you look up, and there they are. Scattered across the dark in their hundreds. Quiet and cold and very far away. You notice them. You feel the size of the sky. And it is not frightening. It is not overwhelming. It is simply large. And you are simply small within it. And somehow, that is exactly right. Somehow, the smallness is a comfort. There is so little you need to carry, when the sky is that big. So little that matters, in the way things feel like they matter during the day. Up there, everything is ancient and still. And you are a small, warm, breathing thing, walking slowly along a quiet shore. And that is enough. That is everything. Slowly, gently, you walk. The sand is firm here. Packed and smooth and cool. Your feet press into it cleanly. Each step leaving its clear impression. Each step simple and sure. You feel the ground beneath you. You feel your own weight, moving gently forward. You notice something in the distance ahead. A shape. Long and low, reaching out into the water from the shore. Dark against the dark. You look at it for a while as you walk, and gradually it becomes clearer. A pier. A wooden pier. Old, perhaps. Simple. It reaches out from the beach at an easy angle, extending over the water on its heavy legs. Dark wood, worn smooth by weather and salt and years. It is quiet. No one is on it. No one has been on it for a while tonight. You walk toward it slowly. Not hurrying. Just letting it grow larger as you approach. Just letting the distance close, step by gentle step. Once again, you hear the waves. They move differently here, near the pier. You can hear them passing between the wooden legs beneath it. A slightly different sound. Lower. More hollow. Like the sound of water in a quiet cave. The waves finding their way through and around those old pilings, patient as always. You approach the pier slowly. You lay a hand on one of the wooden posts at its base, as you pass. The wood is rough and cool beneath your palm. Salt-worn and solid. Very real. You stand there for a moment. Just resting your hand against it. Listening to the water moving beneath and around it. That low, hollow, rhythmic sound. In and out. In and out. You feel very calm. You feel very still. And then, gently, you take your hand away. And you walk on, past the pier, along the shore. The beach curves slightly here, beyond the pier. Just a gentle bend. The shoreline moving softly in a new direction. You follow it without thinking. Your feet finding the way. Your body understanding, without being told, that this is just the next step. And the next. And the one after that. Slowly, gently. You notice the water beside you. And you notice something on the surface of it, very faint. A shimmer. A soft reflection. Perhaps it is the stars. Their light is enough, just barely, to touch the surface of the sea. And the water gives it back, broken up into moving pieces. Not bright. Not dramatic. Just a faint and gentle glimmer. Moving with the surface of the water. Shifting and dissolving and reforming. Like something alive, and very quiet. You feel something when you see it. Something soft in your chest. The sea holding the sky. The sky touching the sea. Everything reflected in everything else. You walk slowly and you watch it for a while. The shimmer moving beside you as you go. Once again, you hear the waves. Rolling in across the dark water. Arriving at the shore with that same low, breathing sound. Spreading thin and white across the sand. And pulling back. And going. You breathe with them. In. And out. A little further along, you notice a line of rocks. Not large. Not dramatic. Just a low, dark line of them, where the beach juts out slightly toward the water. Smooth and rounded, worn down by countless tides. They curve away from the shore in a gentle arc, disappearing just at the waterline. The waves break there, just a little differently. A little more sound to them. A low splash. A quiet tumbling of water over the smooth stone. And then the hiss of it draining back down between the rocks. Soft and constant and unhurried. You walk toward them slowly. You find a flat rock at the edge of the group, wide enough to stand on. Or perhaps to sit. You step up onto it, carefully. Just one small step. The rock is solid beneath you. Cool and slightly damp. Sure. You stand there for a moment. Or you sit, if you want to. Settling yourself on the smooth dark stone. Feeling the firmness of it beneath you. And you simply listen. The waves finding the rocks around you. That slightly different sound. Closer. More textured. The water working its way through small gaps and channels. Murmuring. You feel very grounded here. On this rock. At the edge of the sea. Very present. Very still. Slowly, gently, you breathe. In through your nose. Slowly. The cool salt air filling you. And out. Long and slow. Everything releasing. Everything softening. You notice your shoulders dropping. You notice your jaw loosening. You feel the rock beneath you, solid and patient. And the water all around, moving and murmuring, going about its ancient work. Once again, you hear the waves. They are very close here. Very real. The sound of them is all around you. Not loud. Not crashing. Just present. Just full. The way the sea is always full of itself, completely, in every moment. You sit with that fullness for a while. Or you stand. Either way, you are still. And the water moves around you. And the stars are above you. And everything is exactly as it should be. After a while, you step back down from the rock. Your feet find the sand again. That familiar softness. Cool and fine and welcoming. And you begin to walk again. Slowly. One step. And another. You notice that your thoughts have grown quieter. Not gone. Just quieter. Slower. The way the air grows quieter as a storm passes. There is less to them. Less urgency. Less noise. They move through you like clouds moving across the sky on a still night. Slowly. Without effort. Without staying too long. A thought arrives. And you notice it. And it drifts away, the way the waves drift away. Another comes. And goes. You don't hold them. You don't follow them. You simply let them pass through, one after another, like water. Like air. Like the soft sound of the sea. Slowly, gently, your mind grows still. Once again, you hear the waves. That sound. That constant, patient, gentle sound. It fills the space where your thoughts were. It moves into the quiet and settles there. Like something that belongs. You feel it in your chest. You feel it in your arms. In your legs. All the way down to the soles of your feet, pressing into the cool sand. The rhythm of the water, moving through you. You look out to sea. Far out, on the horizon, very faint, there is a light. A lighthouse. You can see it from here. Just barely. A slow, steady pulse of light, somewhere far away. There, and gone. There, and gone. Patient and regular and calm. It has been doing this all night. All the nights before this one. A quiet signal in the dark. Not urgent. Not alarming. Just present. Just saying, softly, here I am. All is well. The shore is here. You are safe. You feel something and you respond to it. Something very simple and very deep. The sight of that slow, distant light. There. And gone. There. And gone. You watch it for a little while as you walk. Its rhythm different from the waves, but just as steady. Just as sure. Two rhythms in the dark. The light, and the water. Both of them patient. Both of them calm. Both of them saying the same thing, in different ways. All is well. All is well. Slowly, gently, you walk. Your pace is even slower now. You notice that. You are walking more slowly than before, without meaning to. Your feet moving through the sand in long, easy strides. Nothing rushed. Nothing effortful. You feel heavier. Not heavily burdened. Just heavy in the way a body gets when it is deeply, truly relaxed. When the muscles have let go of everything they were holding, and the bones have settled, and the whole system has said, yes. Now. Rest. That heaviness is welcome. You feel it in your legs. In your arms. In the slow and steady weight of your head on your shoulders. You are growing sleepy. That is exactly right. That is exactly what is meant to happen here. Once again, you hear the waves. In and out. In and out. That sound is so familiar now. So close. So constant. It has become the background of everything. The rhythm behind every step, every breath, every slow and drifting thought. You don't need to listen for it. It is just there. Like your heartbeat. Like your breath. Like something that has always been with you. You pause. You stand still on the sand and you breathe. Slowly. In. Out. You notice the air on your face. Cool and clean and very gentle. The faintest movement of it. Just a touch. Just enough to feel. You notice the sand beneath your feet. Firm and cool and smooth. You notice the water, just there, moving softly beside you. The white edge of each wave. Appearing. And fading. Appearing. And fading. You notice the stars above, spread across the wide dark sky. Still and distant and countless. You notice the lighthouse, far out on the horizon. That slow, steady pulse of light. There. And gone. There. And gone. And you notice yourself. Standing in the middle of all of this. Breathing slowly. Feeling the weight of your own body. The warmth of it. The realness of it. A small and breathing thing in a large and quiet world. You feel at peace. Truly at peace. Not as something you have achieved. Not as something you have tried for. But as something that has simply arrived, the way the tide arrives. Quietly. Without announcement. Just there. Slowly, gently. You begin to walk again. One step. And another. Your arms hang loose at your sides. Your shoulders are low and soft. Your breathing is slow and deep and easy. Your feet find the sand, again and again, in that gentle rhythm. Walk. And breathe. And listen. Once again, you hear the waves. The beach is very quiet now. The quietest it has been. The whole world beyond this shore feels very far away. Unreachably far. As if it belongs to some other time, some other life, something you will return to eventually, but not now. Not tonight. Tonight there is only this. The sand in the water and the stars in the dark. The slow pulse of the lighthouse. The cool air. The sound of each wave arriving and going. And you, moving through it all, slowly, gently, as if you have always been here. As if you were made for this. Once again, you hear the waves. You feel your eyelids growing heavy. Even here, in this imagined place, you feel the pull of sleep. That deep and gentle pull. Like the tide pulling back from the shore. Easy and inevitable and kind. You don't need to resist it. You don't need to stay here. Not with your eyes open. Not with your thoughts attending. You can let yourself drift. Let the beach continue around you, whether you are watching or not. The waves will keep arriving. The lighthouse will keep turning its slow light through the dark. The stars will keep their places in the sky. Everything will continue. Everything will be here. Whether you are watching or not. Slowly, gently, let your thoughts grow slower. Like waves in a very sheltered bay. Small and smooth and almost still. Just barely moving. Just barely there. A thought. And it goes. Silence. Another. And it goes. Silence. Just the waves. Just the breath. Just the dark and the quiet and the stars. Once again, you hear the waves. In and out. In and out. You are here. You are safe. You are walking, slowly, along a quiet shore, in a gentle night, with everything still and everything calm and everything exactly as it should be. And you are growing sleepy. And that is right. That is good. That is the most natural thing in the world. Slowly, gently. Step by step. Breath by breath. Wave by wave. You walk. And the night holds you. And the sea breathes beside you. And the stars watch over you. And everything is well. Everything is very, very well. Just let it carry you. Just let it go. You're almost there. Sitting, listening to the waves. You slow down. Gradually. Naturally. The way a tide slows as it reaches its furthest point on the shore. Without effort. Without decision, almost. Your steps growing shorter. Your pace easing into stillness. And then you stop. You are standing on the sand, close to the water. The waves moving just ahead of you. That sound all around you, low and full and constant. The night wide and quiet above. And you feel it. That pull. Not to keep walking. Not to go anywhere. Just to be here. To sit. To rest. To let the walking go, and simply stay in this one place for a while. So that is what you do. You find a spot on the sand. Just here. Just where you are. The sand is smooth and cool and welcoming. You lower yourself down, slowly. First sitting, your legs folding beneath you or stretching out in front of you. Your hands resting on the sand at your sides. Feeling the cool, fine grains beneath your palms. You settle. You feel the sand receiving you. Taking your weight. Holding you from below, the way it always has. The way the earth always does, without being asked. Without needing anything in return. Slowly, gently, you let your weight sink in. You sit for a moment, just looking out at the water. The sea moves in the dark. Not dramatically. Just steadily. Just quietly. Out beyond the shoreline, you can see the faint shapes of waves rising and falling. Moving toward you. Unhurried. Inevitable. And then the wave arrives. You watch it come. Low and wide. A soft swelling of water, catching what little light there is. Rising just slightly as it approaches the shallows. And then spreading across the wet sand toward you, thin and white and whispering. And stopping. Just there. Just short of where you sit. And pulling back. Long and slow. That low dragging sound of water across sand. The wave undone. Returning. And the sand left behind, dark and smooth and clean. And another begins. Once again, you hear the waves. You lean back a little. Your hands press into the sand behind you. Supporting you. The grains cool and giving beneath your palms. You feel the angle of your body opening up. Your chest lifting slightly. Your face tilting toward the sky. The stars are there. You see them again. Spread across the dark in their quiet hundreds. Each one still and faint and very far away. The sky between them a deep and settled blue. Almost black. Full and soft and wide. You look at them for a while. Without naming them. Without thinking about them very much. Just seeing them. Just letting them be there, the way they are always there, whether you look or not. You feel small beneath them. And that is a comfort. Slowly, gently, you lower yourself further. Your elbows come down to the sand. And then, slowly, your back. Settling onto the ground. The sand shifting slightly to receive you. Conforming to the shape of you. Holding the length of your spine, the back of your head, the weight of your shoulders. You are lying on the sand now. Fully. Looking up at the sky. And the waves are right there, just ahead of you. That sound filling the air. Close and steady and constant. The breathing of the sea. You feel the sand beneath you. The coolness of it. The solidity. The way it presses gently back against every part of you that touches it. Your heels. Your calves. The backs of your thighs. Your lower back. Your shoulders. The back of your head, resting in the sand as if in a pillow. The earth is holding you. Completely. Fully. Without effort, without condition. You feel that. You feel supported from below, and open to the sky from above. And the sound of the water all around you. And the cool night air moving softly across your face. You feel very still. Very safe. Very held. Once again, you hear the waves. You don't need to look at them. You can simply listen. That sound is enough. More than enough. It tells you everything you need to know. The sea is there. The night is calm. The tide is doing what the tide has always done. And you are here. Breathing. Resting. You notice your breathing. It has slowed even further since you lay down. Deeper. Easier. Your chest rising and falling with a long and gentle rhythm. In. And out. In. And out. And you notice something. Your breathing and the waves are moving together. Not exactly. Not perfectly. But close. Close enough that you feel them rhyming. Your chest rising as a wave rises. Your chest falling as the wave recedes. In and out. In and out. As if your body and the sea have found each other. As if they have been moving in the same rhythm all along, and you are only noticing it now. You feel that connection. Something ancient in it. Something very simple and very true. You breathe in. And the wave arrives. You breathe out. And the wave goes back. Slowly, gently, let your body sink a little further. Let your arms rest heavy at your sides. Let your legs be still and long and loose. Let the back of your head press lightly into the cool sand. There is nothing to hold up. Nothing to support. The ground is doing all of that now. You don't need to do anything except be here. Except breathe. Except listen. Once again, you hear the waves. That low, full sound. Building slowly from somewhere out in the dark. Moving toward you. Arriving with a soft, exhaled sound. And spreading thin and white across the sand. And pulling back again, with that long, slow, trailing sound. Over and over. Over and over. You feel it in your body. In your chest. In your stomach. in the slow and steady beat of your heart. Your heart. You notice it now, if you are still enough. That quiet, faithful pulse. Your heart, beating slowly in your chest. Low and steady and sure. It has been beating like this your whole life. Through every night of your life. Through every sleep you have ever had. Quietly, reliably, without being asked. And now, in the quiet, you can almost feel it. That beat. And you notice something else. The waves arrive. Your heart beats. Your chest rises. Your heart beats. The waves go. Your chest falls. All of it together. All of it the same rhythm. Your body in the sea in the night, all breathing in time. Slowly. Gently. A thought comes. You notice it arriving. Just drifting in, the way a small piece of seaweed drifts in on the water. It touches the shore of your mind for a moment. It is just a thought. Just a small thing. It doesn't ask anything of you. And then it drifts back out. Gone. Just like that. Another comes. Something from earlier, maybe. Something half-formed and soft. Something from the day, very small now. Very far away. And it goes. The wave takes it. You don't need to hold your thoughts tonight. You don't need to examine them or follow them or answer them. Just let them come and go, the way the water comes and goes. The way everything here comes and goes. Nothing stays. Nothing needs to stay. That is the kindness of this place. Everything passes through. And the sound of the waves remains. Once again, you hear the waves. The air moves across your face. Just a breath of it. Cool and soft and clean. You feel it on your forehead. Your cheeks. The sides of your neck. Moving gently over you and away. It carries the smell of the sea. That deep salt smell. Open water and night and something very old and very calm. You breathe it in. You feel your chest rise with it. And you let it go. You gaze up at the sky. The stars are very still up there. Watching. Not watching. Simply existing, the way stars do, entirely indifferent and entirely beautiful. You find one that is brighter than the others. Just a little. It doesn't move. It doesn't flicker. It simply burns, steadily, at its unimaginable distance. You look at it for a while. Without thinking anything in particular. Just looking. And your eyes, perhaps, grow soft. Unfocused. The star blurring very slightly. The sky behind it dark and deep and wide. And slowly, you let your eyes close. Or let them rest. There's no difference now, between the dark of the closed eye and the dark of the sky. Both are quiet. Both are still. Both are full of something soft and formless and calm. Once again, you hear the waves. You hear them very clearly now, with your eyes closed. The sound comes to you completely. Nothing to look at. Just that sound. The wave forming somewhere out in the dark water. You can almost hear it gathering. The low swelling sound. Moving toward you. Growing just slightly louder. And then arriving. That soft rush of water across sand. That long, exhaled sound. And pulling back. That long, slow, retreating sound. Hissing through the sand. And gone. And silence. Just a moment. Just a breath. And another wave, beginning. You feel the sand beneath your body. Cool and smooth and supporting. Every part of you that touches it, held. You feel the contact of it. Your heels. Your calves. The backs of your legs. Your back and your shoulders, and the back of your head. All of it held. All of it resting. You feel the weight of your own body, lying here. That deep, quiet, pleasant heaviness. The heaviness of rest. Of a body that has let go of everything it was holding, and simply given itself to the ground. You feel it in your hands. Lying open at your sides. Fingers loose and still. You feel it in your face. Your forehead smooth. Your jaw soft. Your lips just barely parted. You feel it everywhere. Slowly, gently, every part of you resting. And now your legs. Your thighs first. Long muscles, growing loose now. Growing warm. They've carried you through the whole of today, and now they can rest completely. And your knees. Just noticing them. The gentle weight of them. Letting any tightness there release. And your calves. Softening. Sinking. You feel the warmth spreading down through them. And your feet. Your feet. All the way at the end of you. Let them fall open, just slightly, whichever way feels natural. Let the muscles in your feet unclench. Let the toes spread gently. Let them be soft and warm and still. You notice a sense of heaviness now, all through your body. From the top of your head, all the way to the soles of your feet. Heavy, and warm, and deeply at rest. Slowly, gently, breathe in. Hold. And breathe out. You feel the whole length of you resting now. You notice how quiet everything has become. How distant the day feels. How close the sound of the waves is, even now, even here. Once again, you hear the waves. Rolling in. Pulling back. Smooth and low and constant. You are doing beautifully. You don't need to stay awake for this. You don't need to follow every word. If sleep begins to come for you, let it come. There's nothing to hold on to. There's nothing to stay present for. Just the waves. Just the breath. Just the warmth and the quiet and the rest. Soon, if you'd like, I'll take you on a gentle walk along a quiet stretch of shore. The sand, and the night air, and the soft sound of the water all around you. It will be very slow. Very calm. Nothing will happen there except peace. But there's no hurry to get there. For now, just breathe. For now, just rest. Slowly, gently, let everything go. Once again, you hear the waves. In and out. In and out. You are safe. You are still. And you are almost there. Just breathe. Just rest. There's nothing else to do. The waves come in. And go out. And come in. And go out. You breathe. In. And out. In. And out. The two things together. Unhurried. Steady. Belonging to each other. A thought drifts by. You notice it. And it goes. The wave takes it. Somewhere far away, the lighthouse is still turning. That slow pulse of light, out on the dark water. You can't see it with your eyes closed. But you know it's there. Patient and steady and kind. Still saying, very softly, all is well. All is well. The shore is here. You are safe. You feel that. You carry it with you. Once again, you hear the waves. That sound. That sound. It is almost everything now. Almost the only thing. The rest of the world has grown so quiet, so distant, that the waves fill the whole space of your awareness. Gently. Without force. Like water filling a basin. Slowly. To the edges. And then still. Just the waves. Just your breathing. Just the cool air. Just the sand beneath you. Just the stars above, whether your eyes are open or not. You are not asleep. Not quite. But you are very close to the border of it. That soft and quiet country just beyond waking. Where thoughts become images, and images become nothing, and nothing becomes a deep and restful dark. You are right at the edge of it. And there is nothing to hold you back. Slowly, gently, let your breathing slow a little more. Let your body grow heavier. Let your thoughts come and go without following any of them. Let the sound of the waves carry you. In. And out. In. And out. Once again, you hear the waves. And you feel yourself, very gently, beginning to go. Not anywhere. Not to any place. Just inward. Just deeper. Into the warmth and the quiet and the dark. The waves are still there. They will always be there. And you are here. On the sand. Breathing. Resting. Safe. The sand holds you. The sea breathes beside you. The stars keep their ancient watch above. And everything is still. And everything is well. And you are almost there. Just breathe. Just listen. Just let go. Getting sleepy and letting thoughts drift. You are still here. On the sand. In the quiet. With the waves moving softly just ahead of you, and the night sky above, and the cool air touching your face. You are still here. And you are very, very comfortable. You notice how heavy your body feels. Not in a difficult way. Not a burden. Just heavy in the way that rest makes you heavy. In the way that letting go makes you heavy. That warm, deep, sinking heaviness that starts somewhere in your chest and moves outward. Into your arms. Into your legs. Into your fingers and your toes. You feel it now. That weight. That welcome, wonderful weight. Slowly, gently, you sink a little deeper into the sand beneath you. Once again, you hear the waves. They haven't changed. They are exactly the same as they have been. That low and steady sound. That patient rhythm. In and out. In and out. As if they have been waiting here all along, just for this. Just for the moment when you would stop moving, and stop thinking, and simply lie here and let them reach you. They are reaching you now. That sound, moving through the air, moving through the quiet, and finding you here. Lying still on the cool sand. Breathing slowly. Resting. You notice your eyelids. How heavy they are. Not forced. Not pressed down. Just naturally, gently heavy. The way eyes get when the body has decided, quietly and without fuss, that it is time. That the day is done. That the light is no longer needed. That darkness is welcome now. Your eyelids rest. If they are already closed, they stay closed. Soft and still. Not held shut. Just resting there. Naturally. Comfortably. The way a door rests closed when there is no reason to open it. And if there is still a little light behind them, that is all right too. Just a soft and formless warmth. Nothing that asks anything of you. Just warmth. Just rest. Slowly, gently, breathe in. Long and slow. And breathe out. All the way. You feel your chest rise. And fall. And stay fallen, just for a moment. Just that still moment at the bottom of the breath. Before the next one begins, quietly, on its own. A thought comes. You notice it. It is small. Soft. Not very clear. Maybe it is something from today. Something ordinary. A face, perhaps. A sound. A feeling you can't quite name. It drifts past. Like a small boat on quiet water. Moving slowly. No one steering. No destination. Just drifting, gently, on the surface of things. And then it is gone. Past the edges of your awareness. Gone out to sea. And the waves remain. Once again, you hear the waves. Another thought comes. This one even softer. Less formed. More like a color than a thought, or a feeling than a word. Something warm. Something half-remembered. Something from long ago, perhaps, or from nowhere in particular. You watch it drift by. You don't reach for it. You don't need to. It passes. And the waves remain. And you breathe. And the sand holds you. This is all you need to do. Nothing else. You don't need to follow the thoughts. You don't need to catch them or examine them or put them in order. Just let them come. And let them go. The way the tide brings things in, and the tide takes them back out. Shells. Stones. Small quiet things. Arriving, resting for a moment, and then returning to the water. Your thoughts are like that now. Coming and going. And the beach is still here. And the waves are still here. And you are still here. Resting. Slowly, gently, let your jaw soften. You may not have noticed it was holding anything. But just allow it now. Let it go a little slack. Let your lips part just barely. Let the whole of your face be still and loose and soft. You feel that softness move upward. Into your cheeks. The skin around your eyes. Your forehead, smooth and quiet. The top of your head, relaxed. All the way down. Into your neck. Your shoulders. Your arms, lying still at your sides. Your hands, open and loose. Your chest. Your stomach. Your hips. Your legs. Your feet. All of you. Soft. Heavy. Still. Once again, you hear the waves. That sound. Always that sound. You don't need to listen for it. You don't need to pay attention. It is simply there. Under everything. part of the air itself, now. Part of the quiet. Part of the night. You have been hearing it so long tonight that it has become part of you. Your own rhythm. Your own breath. Your own heartbeat, slow and low and steady, somewhere inside your chest. The waves are in you now. And you are in the waves. In and out. In and out. You notice that your thoughts are coming less often now. There are longer spaces between them. Longer stretches of simply nothing. Of simply sound, and warmth, and darkness, and the slow rise and fall of your chest. Those spaces are growing. And that is good. That is exactly right. In those spaces, there is nothing to think. Nothing to feel except this. The sand. The air. The waves. The quiet. Just that. Just rest. Slowly, gently, let the spaces grow longer. You don't need to fill them. You don't need to stay awake within them. If sleep begins to come for you in one of those spaces, let it come. Don't reach for it. Don't try to make it happen. Just stop resisting. Just stop holding on. And let it arrive the way the tide arrives. Quietly. Naturally. Without announcement. It will come. It always comes, when we stop trying. Once again, you hear the waves. In. And out. You are allowed to stop listening now. At any point. There are no more instructions. No more things to notice or feel or attend to. The story has carried you this far, and now you can let it go. You don't need to follow every word. You don't need to stay present for any of it. If you drift away mid-sentence, that is perfect. If you are already somewhere else, some soft and wordless place, then you are exactly where you should be. The words will continue, gently, in case you need them. In case there is still a small part of you listening. A small part that needs just a little more sound, a little more company, before it is ready to let go. That's all right. That part is welcome here too. The beach will still be here. Whenever you return to it. In this story, or in your own imagination, on some other quiet night. The sand will be here. And the waves will be here. And the cool night air, and the stars, and that slow distant lighthouse with its patient, steady light. None of it goes anywhere. It will all be waiting for you. But tonight, you don't need to hold on to it. Tonight, you can let it go. Slowly, gently, let your breathing slow. Just a little more. There's no floor to reach. No number to count down from. Just slow. Just easy. Just the natural settling of a body that has decided to rest. In. Long and slow. Out. All the way out. And then stillness. Just for a moment. Just that quiet pause at the bottom of the breath. Before the next one comes on its own. Once again, you hear the waves. Or perhaps you don't. Perhaps they have become part of the background now. Part of the texture of sleep itself. That sounds so familiar, so constant, that it no longer asks to be noticed. It is simply there. The way your heartbeat is there. The way your breath is there. Simply. Quietly. Always. A thought. Very small. And gone. The sand is cool beneath you. The air is soft above you. The waves are breathing beside you. And you are here. Deeply. Quietly. Here. You don't need to do anything with that. You don't need to notice it or hold it or even know it. Just let it be true, somewhere beneath the surface of things. The way the ocean floor is always there, beneath all that moving water. Still and dark and patient. Whether anyone is thinking of it or not. You are resting on the surface. And beneath you, all the way down, everything is still. Slowly, gently. In. And out. Once again, you hear the waves. Or perhaps they are your breath now. Perhaps there is no difference. Let your thoughts be clouds. High up. Very slow. Moving across the dark sky above you without effort, without purpose. You can watch them if you like. Or you can simply know they are there. Passing. Changing shape. Coming apart. Becoming nothing. One drifts by. And another. And then the sky is clear. Just dark and wide and still. And the stars, faint and patient. And the waves. Always the waves. You are almost asleep. You may already be asleep. There is no difference now, between the you that is listening and the you that is dreaming. The border between them has grown very soft. Very thin. You can pass through it without knowing. Without trying. Without even noticing. Let it happen. Don't watch for it. Just breathe. Just rest. The beach is here. The night is here. The waves are here. And you are safe. And you are warm. And you are held by the sand and the dark and the quiet and the sound of the sea. Slowly. Gently. In. And out. Once again, you hear the waves. Let go. Just let go. Everything is well. Everything is still. And you are drifting, very softly, into the deepest and most restful sleep. The waves will carry you the rest of the way. They always do. Sleep now. You're safe. The waves will stay. You are still here. Or perhaps you are already gone. Either way, that's exactly right. You are safe. You can rest now. There is nothing left to do. Slowly, gently. Let the words go. You don't need them anymore. Once again, you hear the waves. Just that. Just the waves. You notice how still you are. You feel how heavy. How warm. How quiet. It's all right if you don't hear this. It's all right if you're already somewhere else. The beach is still here. The waves are still here. Slowly, gently. Once again, you hear the waves. In. And out. Just that. Just the waves.